back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clifford Bonet. You know who I am. I am one of the host, producer of the Boston Power Hour. We took a week off last week. I was a little tired. My guy said, hey, Cliff, you know what? I'm a little beat. A lot of not so great news out there in these streets as far as news. And I said, what's up, Spike? What's up? He's like, nah, man, you know what? I am a little tired. I think the age is getting to me. And I'm like, dude, you're like 30. What are you talking about? I'm the old one. Look at me. I'm all grizzled and everything. And he's like, no, man, I'm trying to tell you. I think he was just still going through his Valentine's Day lovey fest. I think that's what was going on. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys think? I'd love to know. But before I bring him on, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say welcome back. You
I literally pooped my pants on Monday.
That's
on Monday. I pooped my pants. That's why I could not be here.
You really wanted to just tell the people that?
Yeah, I pooped my pants. These things happen. I might have had the Omicron. I don't know. I think I was feeling really. We took Valentine's Day off.
Yeah, we did.
I want to explain it to everybody.
I wanted to tell them that you were still like in love mode.
But took Valentine's Day off.
Okay.
We had a little week off.
Yeah.
I think it was just because football was over. Needed some time off, get readjusted. Look, I'm wearing Celtics today.
You are.
Got a haircut.
Looking fresh.
Like just trying to feel a little bit better. Then all right, Monday rolls around. The girls were sick, ear infections all over the place, fevers, rashes, and then I pooped myself.
Boop.
I had the poops.
The poops, man.
It was loose poops. I couldn't do anything. They literally shit the bed.
You're not shitting tonight, are you?
I'm not shitting tonight.
No shit in the bed?
I'm shitting facts. Put facts out there.
You want to put the facts out there?
Put facts out there. We're gonna be talking. Got so much to talk about.
Wait a minute, man. But let me ask you. Let's take care of some of the pleasantries, man. You had a Valentine's Day outside of the poop, man. Outside of the poop, man. How was your V-Day?
The V-Day was great. You know what? Having girls, it makes Valentine's Day a lot more special.
Okay.
I think like just I got them a couple of Valentine's Day gifts, little bears, some chocolates. Even though I don't eat that, Daddy will eat the chocolates. It's cool to see the smile on their face. Get Michelle a little gift as well too.
Nice.
I mean that was our kind of Valentine's Day because it's a working family and I had to work on Valentine's Day.
And it's a commercial last day. It's bullshit, but it's all right.
Yeah, you say that, but at the same time for Valentine's Day, like. I don't know. Like you should still. Should you get your significant other something on Valentine's Day? Yes or no?
Yes, to an extent, but it doesn't have to be a grandiose thing.
No, that's fine.
It could be something as simple as, "Hey, here's a card. Hey, I bought you dinner. Hey, I made you dinner. Hey, here's a massage." Because you're growing together. It's not a girlfriend, right? We're in different ballparks right now, you and I. Others might still, doing their thing. What do you think?
I'm not saying that you have to go overboard, but you have to at least give something, some sort of acknowledgement.
Don't you acknowledge them all year, supposedly? I know I did.
Yes, I do. Okay. But we're two guys talking about Valentine's Day, and we don't have it from a girl's perspective.
This is true.
Or a woman's perspective.
Woman's perspective.
Okay? But I'm saying that, yeah, I get it's a commercial holiday, and it feels forced.
Yeah, a little bit.
But if you're a wife, a fiance, a girlfriend, you expect at least something.
Even side chicks deserve something.
Side chicks even deserve something.
The side pieces need something.
No. There's no side pieces out there, by the way.
No, none of that. No, but we're just saying there was a point in time.
Just because that one girl got kissed at the bar that one time.
Oh, see, you went back there. I wasn't going back there. This dude just likes to be in trouble. You know what? I'm going to help you out, ladies. No, I'm going to help him out. You know what? Let's talk about something.
We've been away for too long.
Let's go with the rant. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again. You know what time it is. It's that time. It's that rant time. What are you ranting about today? I know you have something. Something.
So,
tell the people something.
Football season's over, guys. We're focusing a lot more on the NBA. Perfect timing. The Celtics were on a roll going into the All-Star break. And now Bab starts paying attention. That pink hat goes on. I'm starting to examine games.
What do you mean by that, sir?
Jason Tatum isn't a killer on the court.
Oh, shit.
He isn't. He's a high-scoring threat. Don't get me wrong, high-scoring threat. But when the ball's in your hands and you're playing the Detroit Pistons and you're at home, you should be able to win the game.
Ugh.
Simple. And then he comes out on that podcast recently and he talks about him being a top player in the NBA, and you want to act like a top player in the NBA, you need to be a killer on the court. I actually did this, Cliff.
Yes.
I feel that in my memory,
Okay.
and trust me, my memory is very bad. How many times have we seen Jason Tatum hit like a game-winning shot?
Yeah.
Not many.
Not many.
And he's done it. He's done it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But for the folks at home, just YouTube it. Just try to like Google it. And I don't want this, well, he scored with like 10 seconds to go and then they had to play defense. No, I'm talking about like last second shot ends the game, buzzer beater, or like 0.5 seconds left, right? Like that's what I want. And more times than not, Jason Tatum has failed at doing that. We've seen him. Remember the bubble? I think it was the bubble series where he tried doing like I think it was game 1 or something against the Heat, trying to be the hero, and he's not the hero.
Nope.
He's not the hero. He can score, trust me.
He is a
scoring threat. He's got his moments, but he just sometimes like, all right, so when it comes to the sports gambler in me, right?
Okay.
So when you have Jason Tatum, he has to shoot X amount of threes, or you watch him and he has to get X amount of points. Sometimes he's just out there to be out there. Like he doesn't want to take over the offense. He doesn't. That's why I want to have that killer type of mentality. This motherfucker grew up on Kobe Bryant and wants to idolize Kobe Bryant. He doesn't have a Mamba mentality.
Can I show you something?
Show me it.
I found something, and maybe, just maybe,
Hope it
this makes sense. I don't know. Maybe.
follows with me.
Well, shit. We'll see.
I'm only seeing half of it. You can kind of see half of it. Oh, there you go. There, you can do it that way. This is from. Was this from the Green Runs Deep?
This, yes.
From his view.
This was
You
his view.
had it.
Nice seat, though. But before I want to pull it up.
All right.
But before we go on, this was, and I didn't set it up correctly. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. This was from our guy,
Boston
your
Power.
guy, GRD, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So before you talk your shit, because I know you're going to talk your shit, right? My question is, you don't think that was, a little soft? A little, I don't know, sort of say weak sauce? Weak sauce?
Watch this. Just watch this at home. Ready? Jason Tatum has the ball in his hands. The Detroit Pistons at home.
Let's go back. Why does he just shoot? Like,
Why is he kind of doing a fadeaway? Why
Just-
is he driving in?
he's trying to be Kobe?
Why is he trying to just drive in and maybe draw a foul? Win the game. Like, I don't get it. Like, I just win the game.
Yeah. No, I think you got a point there, brother. I believe you have a point.
I just watching the I like the Boston Celtics. Don't get me wrong. I like the Celtics. I love them. Trust me. I like basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But I just need a guy with a killer instinct and a killer mentality. And if it's going to be your main guy in Jason Tatum, I need to see more of it. And maybe he's watching. More times than not, I end up saying something.
And changing.
And then there's like 20 games left in the NBA season. He's going to end up having 4-game winners. That's just how it's going to end up working, right? I want to see that. And I want to see it, especially when the playoffs coming up. Because this team, the chemistry's finally there. We talked about this, Cliff. I know we don't talk about the Celtics a lot on the show. But we have said, I need a stretch of games for at least 20 games in a row where this team's actually fully together and they're committed with each other. We saw it on the way into the All-Star break. Now they have the Nets. They got the Nets tomorrow, Thursday night, against Brooklyn. I don't know if Kyrie's playing and Durant, what's going on with that, whatever. This team needs to continue that hot streak going forward. They need to continue.
But before you shit on him, didn't he do very well in the All-Star game?
That's another thing that bothers me a lot, too, is the and actually, I'm going to point this in the other way, too, with like a Luka Doncic, because you're looking at some of the player odds, right? Like for MVP. Dark horses. And I look at a guy like Luka, and I'm like, this is a good opportunity, and this is for Jason Tatum too. This is a good opportunity for you to be in the All-Star game where they're playing loose and there's no defense, just like Mac Jones, the Pro Bowl. It actually means something. Go out there and ball out and show your skills. And I think Jason Tatum only finished with 8 points. You finished 8 points, and I know he didn't get a lot of time on the court. Wait, he didn't? He was a starter. He was a starter. Like Luka was like third string and had to come in, and I'm pretty sure Luka had like 6 points
Yeah.
or 8 points.
Yeah.
Like, Jason Tatum, you're a starter. Just take over and be selfish. Play selfish ball. Selfishness in the NBA, sometimes, if you're a good player, sometimes it's self-destructive, but sometimes it's greatness being selfish.
But
so I just think that Jason Tatum could have showed his star power for a couple more minutes in that game, and he didn't do that. I walked away with that game being like, that's an all-star? Where in a game where you're playing no defense whatsoever?
Settle. But we did see some players.
Jaylen Brown should have been in that all-star game over Jason Tatum because Jaylen Brown would have put on more of a show than Jason Tatum.
100%. 100%. You know, as that's one of the complaints, supposedly, with Tatum, is they're saying that, you know what, this guy wants the ball. He doesn't pass the ball. He's too aggressive. He's dribbling into double teams. He's doing this. He's doing that. And all I'm saying is he seems a little more aggressive than me. He seems like he wants to be a hero. Seems like he wants to be the superstar. But I'll say this. We did see some young talent over there that made me say, wow, like these guys here. How'd you feel about these guys?
So, yeah, Team Cavs, they pulled out. This was during All-Star Saturday night, so they did something new this year where they had 3 teams of 3. They had Team Giannis, Team Cavs, and they had Team Rookies. And Team Cavs balled out. Cavs actually are a very decent team this year. They're a playoff-bound team, and it's good to see them getting success post-LeBron. Yeah, LeBron goes in there, kind of tears them out, leaves, has to go back there, save the day, win a championship. Somehow, if Cleveland end up going to the finals, LeBron will make it about him. Like, he'll still insert himself into that team somehow. But it was good for them to win it at home, kind of showcase themselves nationally. I like the way it's set up. The home team that's hosting it, the rookies, and then the former MVP, whoever the MVP is of the NBA season the year prior, have them kind of have a team together. It was fun and exciting watching that.
How'd you feel about the skills game? Let me pull up some of this stuff here. I thought it was pretty cool. To me, I'm just watching. I'm like, you know what? This is interesting. This is gonna look like a highlight.
I like this right here. You start with the 5. You have to start with the 5. You can't stay on the same one at the same time. So you have to go back and forth. So what the rookies were doing was they would do this. They'd go from 4 to 2, 4 to 2, and they keep going back and forth. Giannis, on their team, they ended up shooting like 3 5s or something like that. Like they were just going back and forth. But it was a good showcase here. The Cavs end up winning this one and this part of the skills competition. But this is what I like. It's something different. I know they had the regular, like, you run through the obstacle course type of thing. They had that. They had some sort of passing drill too. Yep, here it is. So it's like you got to communicate with each other in terms of passing. And it's also a good way for the rookies, too, to showcase themselves, too. I looked at all 3 of those guys. I had no idea who they were. This is coming from Casual Guy, right?
But I know they were balling.
They were. The rookies look good.
They look really good.
I did notice this about Team Giannis, is that Giannis was trying. Like, Giannis himself was trying.
He doesn't like to lose.
He does not like to lose. If Steph Curry didn't have 1,000 3-pointers in that All-Star game, Giannis probably would have won MVP again.
1,000%.
He's somebody that you got to watch down the stretch because I think he wants to try to go back-to-back with that Bucks team. But you can see that. But he was having fun. He was with his brother. He was with his brothers, both of them. And, he had some fun that night with them. But you could tell he didn't like losing. I
will say, though, what this All-Star showed me is that anybody can win. And there's a lot of great players like this guy here. Look at this man. He's a big guy.
Karl Anthony Towns won the 3-point contest. He was the least odds favorite to win it. He was plus 1,200. Some books.
Did you bet on him?
No.
Oh!
I did not bet. I did not bet. I liked either Trae Young to win it or like C.J. McCollum because C.J. McCollum was plus 1,000. Like, so I was like, I wouldn't. Karl Anthony Towns. I didn't think about it. And then it's funny enough is that when he won that, they asked him right in the interview. They said, "Hey, what were you saying to Shaq? We heard you talking to Shaq." And he goes, "I was telling Shaq, I told you those Vegas odds were against me. I told you they were wrong. I'm the favorite." So I like that. I mean, this world that we know that some of these games are rigged and they know what the odds are, and I'm sure money's getting floated around. They're making extra bands in their pockets.
No,
it was awesome seeing that, and he deserved it. He crushed the rounds that he participated in.
He was balling.
And I like the way they have it out with the extra Mountain Dew ball in between. And then you have the whole rack where it's all twos. So he
Love
looked
to
good.
see the representation of the Celtics.
It's good to see a big man win it. Oh yeah, future Celtic.
Why couldn't we get a Karl?
It might happen. It might happen.
How do you see that happening? Actually, let's talk about that.
I don't know, trades.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Trader Danny's gone.
I'll ask you something when we finish this off, because we got to go talk about the slam dunk contest.
All right.
So first of all,
come on.
The 3-point contest should end All-Star Saturday night.
Let me bring you back. Go ahead.
Yeah, the dunk contest stinks now.
It's trash.
Like I rooted for Obi Toppin, and he had the best dunks, but you have these guys come in. It's 4 guys total. And there's a lot of nerves, right? And some of them, this is their first time doing it. And Obi's going for revenge. He got screwed out last year. It happens, whatever. It's just too much time in between dunks. The crowd gets tired. It's the end of the night. Even the judges are getting tired. You need excitement to end. In 3-point contest, it's really anybody's game to win.
Yep.
I think they should expand the 3-point contest and add more people. The only way you save the dunk contest in the NBA is you need to have legitimate all-stars in it. So you need to force, like, I want to see Jason Tatum in an all-star in a slam dunk contest. Well, Babs, he doesn't dunk the ball. Well, that's why I want to see him in the dunk contest. Because if you know he can't dunk the ball and then pulls out some kind of what would be a mediocre dunk to most people, they say, "Oh, Jason Tatum did that?" Like, I want to see that. Like, I want to see I'd rather see Karl Anthony Towns in the dunk contest. I just want to see, like, names in that dunk contest. LeBron not being in a dunk contest is a travesty because he's a pussy, because he knows he probably would have lost, right? He's afraid to lose.
Wait a minute. Hold on. That hurts my heart that you're saying this, man.
I grew up wanting LeBron in it, and he never was in it. He was come on.
Okay, wait.
He's a wuss.
No,
he's a wuss.
No. This is what I want to say.
P word too harsh.
You remember when? Not at all. But you remember when Dwight Howard was in a dunk contest?
That was exciting.
I guess he's already there. I like when shorter people can actually make
okay, so
moves
didn't
and
they
dunk.
have Nate Robinson in, like, the same dunk contest?
Yes.
So that's awesome. That's a circus show. I love seeing that.
It's a circus show because Nate made a circus show, not because freaking this guy was so tall that.
But he put on the Superman cape, and he was so tall, and he jumped. Didn't Blake Griffin jump over a car?
He jumped over. I like
But
that.
Blake Griffin at the time wasn't a legitimate name.
Yes.
Like those 4 guys aren't names in the NBA.
No, not at all.
They're not names.
Yeah, I think here's the problem. Speaking from an old guy, right? When you've seen everything, you're like, not a big deal, because we take things for granted. I can't fucking dunk, right? But I think it was Levine versus Gordon. That was the last great slam dunk contest ever. This guy took it from underneath. His legs were almost parallel to the rim and was able to dunk. Gordon lost. I think he got cheated. Levine won. That was the last slam dunk contest. They should be done with this freaking contest. I think it should be focused on the 3-point contest. I like this thing that they just did recently. That's it.
The dunk contest has heritage, though.
It does. But it doesn't mean...
It doesn't mean anything anymore, though.
No.
You know what they need to do is they need to get those slam ball competitors back, the ones that jump on the trampolines.
I would prefer seeing that.
You might get more better dunks off of that.
I would rather see that.
But you've done everything. Like, imagine putting on Tim's and putting on Tim's and dunking in Tim's.
That was annoying.
And Obi Toppin's like, how long is this going to take?
I was saying that before.
Like,
I was like, why is this taking so long?
Yeah.
And there's the, I didn't try it. Oh, this is my 12th time, but I didn't really.
Yeah, and didn't go the full way. Yeah,
it's too much.
It slows it down. And they even asked that. I mean, Dwayne Wade loved Dwayne Wade's commentary. By the way, he was good.
Yes, he was
filling in. And his one thing during that dunk contest is like, we need the 3-point contest to end this.
Well,
so now I think you're going to start even hearing, whether it's older players or current players, I think they're going to start pushing for it. Especially if you're going to have these no-name type of people in these dunk contests.
Yeah, it's just, you know what? I couldn't stomach it anymore. I was like, this is...
Also, the Steph Curry, his wife, and then who do they have out there? That rapper, and they're doing some Showtime thing.
Yeah.
It was a fucking waste of time, and they're drinking Gatorade. Instead of doing that, do a mascot race. I want to see the mascots like race each other on the court. and do an obstacle thing.
Then
like,
we might as well have them fight.
Thing.
Have them fight.
And then have them fight afterwards. Like have them like do like the gladiators like on the pole thing. Like do that. That was a waste of time.
Oh my God! I want to throw this up. Did you see this here? Hold on. Oh my God.
Yeah. Bill Murray looks awful.
That's called drinking too much and drugs.
He looks awful. He might be the next one to go in 2022.
Oh, let's not say that.
I'm sorry.
Rest in peace.
Already?
Well, you're already putting him on the ground.
Yeah. He looks like he's like a mummy.
And
like he's a zombie.
Listen, I was going to say, hey, black don't crack, but this year, Jesus Christ. Ahmad Rashad looks good.
Yeah.
Well, he had Mrs. Bill Cosby, a.k.a. What was her name in the show, The Cosby Show? Oh, my God. Brain fart. This is what happens when you're getting old, ladies and gentlemen. But Ahmad Rashad looks great. Bill Murray, not so much. Oh, my goodness. I don't know. But let me ask you another question, right? When you saw them bringing up all these people, right? You had Shaq. Who else was all these older players. Didn't you say to yourself, I don't think I could be standing up that freaking long for that ceremony?
I thought that was this was halftime, right?
Yeah,
I
didn't like that shit.
Went to halftime. I was probably put the babies to bed. I'm cleaning or whatever
watching.
I'm doing. I stopped watching, and then I like kind of peeked back, from the kitchen to the living room, and I'm like, they still at halftime? Like, what the fucking time is it? And then I look again, and it's like, they're still at halftime,
and they're standing.
It was almost an hour-long halftime show. Like, I could not believe that.
I felt bad that they had all these older guys just standing around.
Yeah,
I'm looking at Shaq bending over. It was too much. It was too much.
Yeah, I get it. Like, it's the 75th anniversary, and you're making a big deal, but yeah. How about Michael Jordan? I don't know if you have anything for that. I don't know if I sent it to you. But how about Michael Jordan just showing up late? Just doesn't part of it. So
can I give him an applause for that? Because that's the shit. That's gang shit.
I got ridiculed a little bit because let me tell you something.
Why?
I said MJ don't care about the NBA.
He doesn't.
Just like Tom Brady don't care about the NFL.
Ouch.
And then I got made fun of because when I tweeted it, MJ shows up. MJ shows up when he wants to show up.
Right. Yo, wait a minute.
MJ don't care. Doesn't need to be like. It's kind of a slap in the face and just saying like, I don't need to be part of your picture
at all.
I'll just show up when I feel like showing up, and I'm still gonna be the center of attention.
Right. Make me last. I'm not standing this long, and then I'm getting the hell out of here.
He's like, fuck that.
Wait a minute. Why were they making fun of you? Why? Explain this to me.
Because someone posted like, MJ wasn't there. He was at Daytona 500 that day because he's got his own racing thing.
Right.
And then they're all like saying, well, Babs, he still showed up. He's still there. I'm saying it doesn't matter. Like, MJ doesn't care about the NBA. Like, he's bigger. He's bigger than the NBA.
I'm petty. So I feel like you got a little petty in you, too.
Always.
We should see how long it takes for him to get where he was to where it was happening in Cleveland. I'm pretty sure he could have showed up on time. He chose not to, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
he doesn't care.
He does not care. He does not care.
And for people that don't know the history, Michael Jordan has never been on a video game since I think he just started maybe 3 to 4 years ago when they've allowed him to add his sneakers in the video games. Before that, there was a game called Celtics versus Lakers. After that, Michael said, no, pay me first. I like that. I'm okay with that. Yeah.
He deserves it.
Yeah. He kind of created he
brought the new age of basketball to where it is.
Do you think because of what Michael Jordan was able to do that he kind of in a way ruined basketball as far as the purity of basketball? Meaning a lot of people really care about getting the dough, like we saw Jason Tatum with the fur. I was going to show that, but I felt like he was rashing on him enough. So I said, let me leave him alone. Michael Jordan, though, created the style, the swagger, and making money.
So I actually was thinking about this today in terms of the players in the top 75 of all time. The league's just always evolving.
Mm-hmm.
I bet a lot of these older players that are there used to clown on the young players like Shaquille O'Neal's time. And now Shaq's older, and he's probably clowning on the newer group of people that are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just times are changing. Players are evolving. I've been outspoken more that there's no loyalty anymore to just one organization or one team. It's really hard to see that. I wouldn't say Jordan ruined or changed it.
Less pure, I guess I would say. People like Michael literally played to hurt you. He didn't want to lose. It's documented, right? And I don't want to compare Michael to anyone else because he's obviously the GOAT. But you know this killer instinct.
So
that
wouldn't that be
Jason
Kobe?
Tatum?
Would be Kobe to be the last pure player? Is that what you're trying to say? Like,
no, I feel like Michael got people money hungry. I think they were like, wow, sneaker deal. I'm not playing unless I get paid.
Okay, so I see it that way.
You know?
Like, yeah.
But fuck
Yeah.
it. Why can't you do both? Kevin Garnett did. He was always about his money.
How many winners are there out there nowadays? Is the real question. How many players go out there and they say, I want to win. I want to win rings in the NBA.
What do you
I want to win
just rings, regardless of money.
I just want to win. I just want to go out there and win. Like, how many players are like that? I think like Giannis is kind of like that. I don't know if Giannis is truly that.
The thing that's tough to say, yes, that he is or he isn't,
we haven't seen it
right?
yet. He's still young, too young to.
And he's made his money. He's making his money.
Yeah.
Like who? And that's the problem, right?
But is he quietly making his money? Is he flashing his money? I don't know.
No. Good question.
I don't see him as a flashy type of guy, though.
There was an interview or a clip. It was not an interview, but a quick clip of him saying, he said he went to go see AI because he's never spoke to him and said, hey, I'm playing basketball because of you, paying homage to AI. That's dope. But you see, like you said earlier, he wanted to win a freaking contest, not a chip out there.
Like he looks like a winner.
I think you're right.
I mean, he's getting paid. Like you're getting paid through endorsements, contracts. I get it. That's gonna come with it. He's going to Chick-fil-A after winning an NBA title the next day, asking for a 50-piece nugget, like at Chick-fil-A.
Right.
Like he enjoyed himself afterwards. But then when you see him, he still wants to win. He has that in him, that fire that fuels him.
That fuel.
And I feel like you don't see that from many players nowadays.
I know one guy you see it from. This guy right here.
I like to see it from Jason Tatum. I actually feel somewhat bad he did not get the points for that game.
Me too. Yo, they tried though.
So no. So conspiracy theory.
Uh-oh.
So Team LeBron, and I would know this, Team LeBron was favored 5.5 to 6 points. And they were up by like 8 or 9 points at the end. And it's the stupid, it goes up to 163, it ends. Curry had the chance to put that game away multiple times. All he had to hit was one shot, he'd break the record because he finished with 50.
Okay.
He kept missing. He missed like 7 of his last shots, Steph Curry. All of a sudden, guess who gets the game winner? LeBron James in Cleveland for Team LeBron. Just funny how that kind of works out. But yeah, Curry, it's fun to see Curry back at the top of his game. I feel like it's just been that kind of, because of COVID and our lives have been so upside down. And it was, I will say this, in the NBA, it kind of sucks seeing the same two teams over and over again. That was the big complaint. Warriors, Cavs, Warriors, Cavs, Warriors, Cavs, Warriors, LeBron, Curry. It was getting annoying. But it is fun seeing the Warriors back up there because it is amazing to watch him play. It's great. It is amazing. It's great. It's great entertainment. It's great fun.
It's amazing basketball. Yeah. Like the guy did you see the shot?
He doesn't look like an athlete.
When he just shot the ball, turned around,
yeah,
and was looking and said, "Did it go in? Did it go in? It did? Okay, I'll go." Like, you know who did that last and was a killer? Larry Bird. When he was winning the 3-point contest, he didn't get all undressed. He still had the little not the jersey, but the sweat, the buttons up sweat jacket. He shot the last 3, walked away with his finger up, and said, "I won this motherfucker." We need more people like that.
I wonder if anybody went up to Curry during that weekend, since it's all these legends, and they talked to Curry and said, "You're still young. You still got a good team around you. You can still like etch, your history and be like a top 5 player of all time." He still has a lot of time to do it. He still has a lot of time to do it.
Wow. Top 5.
He could be top 5 all time. He's got to win. I would say he's got to win like another 3 rings.
You know what?
I mean, he's already got the 3. He already has the 3 points locked, and I don't think anyone's ever going to touch that. And now we're talking about scoring. So now his scoring's going to start adding up.
especially now where
What's his age? He's got to be in his like mid 30s.
I want to say 33, 4.
I was going to say 33. Let me do a quick Google search.
You do that. No, but you know what helps is that he has a Robin.
You did it right, but 33.
Boom. He has a Robin.
He's in his prime.
He has Clay.
Mm-hmm. Which Clay's been
Clay's
sitting.
Another baller.
But he's been sitting.
Yeah.
So he's hungry.
Yeah, to prove something.
100%. So the Warriors are in almost a good spot where it's like they were a dynasty.
Right.
And they got kind of beat up.
Yep.
Because of injuries. And it's like, all right, we're going to take time off, then COVID. And these years, those 2 years kind of don't count in a lot of people's minds.
That's right.
So people are going to kind of erase that in their mind.
And keep it
It's
going.
kind of like the New England Patriots.
Oh, you stole my take, you motherfucker. I was like, shut up already. I want to punch in. But that's cool.
You just got to stop me because I'll just keep ranting until I find it.
No, it's there. It's there.
Say it then. It's your take.
Fucking Patriots. It's amazing. We paused. We had to kind of figure it out again. The bones got a little stiffer. Tom got a little more mature. Coach had to change. A lot of coaches left. New players came in. Older players came in. They wanted it. They wanted the ring.
And their 73-win season is the equivalent of 2007. Although that they won a ring after that.
Right.
But that was like they had their perfect season kind of they wiped away. So they won in that short term. They're going to take this break, and they have enough pieces. Dude, they got Andrew Wiggins on their team.
That's
Andrew
crazy.
Wiggins was the number one overall pick.
Yeah.
And he looks good. He looks good when Curry's out and Clay's out and Draymond's out. He's their guy.
And then
he looks good.
They have a rookie, too. We'll do our homework. I'm going to do a little more homework.
Toscano, something. Yeah. Like, he was out there during the dunk contest.
It's unbelievable. Like, shout-outs to Steve Kerr and that crew. Why can't we have players, too? I'll shut up.
Oh, so here's the thing before we end it. Cliff.
Yes, sir.
You want players in Boston, right?
Yeah, I'd like some players. I think we have some players. Don't you think we have players?
I mean, we have players, but Boston isn't a destination spot.
Not so much.
Not appealing.
Not appealing.
So, LeBron James said that his last season in the NBA...
I know where he's going, guys.
...will be with his son, Bronny.
It can happen.
Do you purposely draft Bronny in the NBA...
To bring him?
To bring LeBron James to the Boston Celtics.
Yes, you do. But here's the problem.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's the problem. The NBA and all of these things, this system, it's like the mafia. Bronny will never be low enough for the Boston Celtics to ever get him. Sorry.
So you're saying where's he going in the draft?
He's going to somebody that sucks. He's going to go pretty high. It's
but LeBron's going to be able to dictate, no, you're not taking him because he's not going to go to frickin' Charlotte. He's not going to Sacramento. Like, he's not going to... He's going to be able to kind of choose where he's going.
You think he's going to do
Maybe
like
he'll be
Eli
on the
Manning?
Knicks. Maybe the Knicks.
The Knicks?
So you got to think about this. It's 2 years away.
Right.
Like he's a junior. He's going to be high school. He's going to play 1 year in college.
Maybe.
And by the way, if you get LeBron, LeBron's not a starter by then. He could be off the bench. It's not like he's going to be starting for you.
Right.
But when you get LeBron on your team, asses in the seats, players, national media exposure, like more primetime games.
Jerseys, double time.
Everything. And not only that, like say if you still have Tatum and Brown around and you're still trying to get players there, having Braun as a spokesperson is a spokesperson for your organization. Like, hey, no, Boston is a fun place. Come here and play. Come here and play.
And he does own a piece of the Boston Red Sox. Might make sense.
There's a little something here.
I don't know. I don't see that happening.
They're projecting Bronny to be like a low-end second-round pick right now. But I think knowing that LeBron's going to be coming with him,
the hype machine will be in.
It will be there, but he's not going to go to like a Sacramento. I don't think he's going to go to Portland.
You think they'll do like
he's not going to go to Houston Rockets. He's going to go wherever his dad's like going to force him to go to. It's the Eli Manning, right?
The Manning, yeah. That's what.
It's the Manning. It's like I'm going to go where Dad tells me to go, where it's a realistic pick.
Yeah,
like
or I'm sitting.
He's not going to the New Orleans Pelicans. Like he could get drafted by the Miami Heat. Spoelstra's still the coach down there.
That's not a bad spot.
That's not a bad spot for LeBron. Like so the Miami Heat, and again, it's all timing. Also, you might see the tankathon be real. So like that season, you're going to see teams tank on purpose. You're going to have bad organizations that have zero shot at getting them, like we just mentioned. Sacramento Kings tank, or you'll have a team like Houston tank, and LeBron's, no, you guys are not drafting him. He's not playing a single game. But Miami's tanking purposely because they know the fix is going to be in somehow. Like, the fix is going to be in a couple years.
But Miami's not that bad to tank. I just feel like it would be so
By
blatant.
then, Miami might not be a good team. Like in 2 years from now. Like
I just don't think Bronny's even going to touch college at all. I think he's going to skip.
Well, that new thing's supposed to be happening where you can skip.
Is it going to? Yeah.
I don't know.
That's the thing.
Bronny should go to college for at least 1 year. He should try to chase a national title.
I think they all should, regardless.
Is he going to go to Ohio State?
No.
Is he going to force him to Ohio State?
No. That's
Boston
too much.
College, right?
Next, let's talk Kobe, man.
I didn't like this award.
I don't like the shape.
I don't know if you have the tweet or anything on it. The guy explained what it is.
Yeah,
I forget. He's like, 24 represents this, and 12 represents his MVP, or 12 represents his All-Stars, and this guy, he wrote it out. Cameron, you get a little shout-out for this one. The levels of the trophy represent everything that Kobe accomplished in his career. The first level has 24 stars for number 24. Second level has 10 stars, 10 for his USA number. And the third level has 5 stars, 5 championships. And the last level is this MVP. So go back to the award right there. Thank you, Cliff. That's what you get. I don't like it. I don't like it. It looks like a hockey championship. It looks like something you could win in Pee-wees, in juniors. It's disgusting. If I want,
disgusting?
Yeah, if I want an award that's dedicated to Kobe Bryant, I want it to be Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant, yes.
Like, I want it to legitimately be a statue, a mini statue of Kobe Bryant.
Yes.
That's what it should be. Like, you should be able to look back in your trophy case and be like, I have
that's
3 Kobe Bryant trophies.
Facts.
It should be a mini statue of Kobe Bryant. I want to sit in these meetings and be like, where did you even come up with this idea? And I get it. I get the numbers, and thank you, Cameron, for pointing it out. Like this, I get it, but it looks stupid. Cliff, you're a basketball guy, and you're laughing.
Because
casual.
I'm at home, and I'm like, I don't get it. Maybe I was saying maybe it's because I'm old. That's my default, right?
Looks cheap.
Very cheap.
Looks cheap.
Is it like crystals? Is it Swarovski's cheap too? But Jesus Christ, I'm looking at this thing, and I'm saying to myself, I don't get it. At all. It looks clumsy.
Yeah.
I felt like, rest in peace to Kobe. I was kind of hoping the shit fell. When they were passing, I was just like, smash. That's Kobe saying, I felt like the wife didn't even want to hold it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
didn't even like her being there because I felt it didn't feel genuine. You know what I mean?
Well, it's marketing. Sorry. It's what it is.
I get it, but man,
Eddie Guerrero passed away, and they used his wife all the time in WWE. I mean, it's hey, we're inviting you out because we kind of need the rights to Kobe, and we kind of need to talk about him, and we need you kind of there too. It's business.
You know what? Okay,
she's getting. I mean,
I want someone, whoever has like a cousin, friend, daughter, girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever that works at Nike, send them this little idea. Nike and Kobe broke up, right? There's a sneaker that they were going to come together, but the numbers weren't working, whatever the case may be. Let's make friends with the Bryants again. Let's say, hey, you know what? Nike's going to make a better trophy, a better sneaker in honor of Kobe. Bring those things out, make a little miniature one, send them out, have fans like us buy it, because this fucking trophy was horrible. I'm not going to say disgusting, but it was pretty bad. It looks... I was shocked. I didn't understand what I was looking at, to be honest.
I had no idea that's what it looked like until I saw it, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I put in my head, like, oh, maybe Curry's really trying because this is, it's the Kobe Bryant, All-Star MVP award. It kind of means something now. It was, no.
But,
and maybe they change it next year. I mean, awards change. Like, they do change over time. I hope we see it change pretty quickly.
So do I.
I hope that was a one-time thing.
Yeah.
So we had Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Jason Tatum, Kevin McHale, and KG all together. I don't know if you know that Ray Allen grew like at least 1.5 feet since he last played in the NBA.
What do you mean? Explain it to me. I don't understand. What do you mean? Explain a little more.
I mean, I'm just gonna say this is an absolute. I'm speechless because Robert Parrish. You can't be like that to him, GRD. You take this tweet and you just post that and that's it. That's disrespectful to 00, man.
Facts.
That's disrespectful.
The real champ. the chief, the schmoker. Why would you do that?
I know GRD is just trying to make jokes, and he's saying, I went viral. Oh, it looks so, just joking around. Nah, come on.
Man.
Where's Larry Bird?
Nah, man.
Where was Larry Bird?
Yo.
Where was Larry Bird?
Yo.
What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at, okay, I have a question, right? And God forgive me. As a producer, right, why were they having these people look? I understand the video.
Yeah.
That looked a little special to me. Larry looked fucked up.
Yeah, he did.
What is going on over there?
Was he filming? I saw the video on Twitter. Was he just like, is it just he wasn't there, right?
I don't think, none of those guys were there.
None of those guys were there, yeah.
No.
I don't know if they're filming it and it's supposed to be in the arena and they're like saying hi to everybody. Like, I don't know. Who's the production manager on that clip?
That shit looks trash. I don't care.
Terrible.
Listen, I make mistakes, but I don't have billions and billions of dollars in printing money to have this terrible form of production. But let's talk about this because I want to laugh. I want to really look at this, right? Okay, we all know the bald guy that went by, if you don't know, right? That's your boy Ray Allen.
The real Ray Allen, not Robert Parrish.
First of all, there's so many levels. So Paul Pierce looks high as hell as he looks up. He's like, oh, shit, it's Ray. Let me act as if I didn't see Ray. Now let's look at Kevin Garnett's face as he licks his lips in anger. But look at his right fist. It's like he's flexing it like I'm about to knock this motherfucker out. And now the creme de la creme is LeBron James right next to him. Say, ha
man, what's
my
up,
boy.
Bang, baby.
You came to Miami.
Yeah.
We won championships, baby. Yeah.
Seriously.
This is amazing.
Ray Allen's time on the Miami Heat is more memorable than his time on the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Because of the big plays he'd make in the playoffs. And you know that rival, like, the big thing was the Celtics were the ones to take LeBron out of Cleveland originally.
He ruined
LeBron had to run to Miami to form his super team to take down the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
I actually want to know how much LeBron, or more so, how much KG hates LeBron.
Yes.
Like, he hates LeBron.
We need that documentary.
Yes, I need to see more of that.
And
I need to see more of that.
We really, like, that thing was beautiful. LeBron knew what the hell he was doing.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, yeah, buddy. Yeah. He's sitting, and I'm sure he did this to him right next to him. Hey, look who's coming up. It's our friend.
I want to know what he was saying to him afterwards, like, but saying it loudly.
Yes. He was really
remember we won the championship?
Yeah, baby.
We won that, huh? Yeah.
Unbelievable. And I'll say this. KG's still pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
I like that shit. Petty.
I think he's pissed off, too, because, and we brushed on it before, but was it a success or was it a failure in his mind with his time in the Boston Celtics? Because is one championship and 2 finals appearances and getting hurt in between and kind of falling off afterwards, was that a success to him?
That hurts it hurts that you're even asking me this question. But it hurts for me to say that it was subpar. They won a championship, so we can't say a failure.
No. And that was expected to win in their first year.
Correct.
There was never a doubt.
It was amazing how they won it as well. Then to see them go as far as they did and lose and say, damn, because that was the Perkins. That hurt. One game.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe, rest in peace. You fucking out-rebound the whole team that at the end of the, 3 minutes left? And we were winning? Unreal. We go back again. And we don't have Perk. And then we see this motherfucker want to go and join forces. I think that's what really hurts KG. And seeing him, I think if he punched him, I would have been okay with it. I would have been okay.
It's kind of crazy because you look at the Miami Heat, and they had, in their short time of 4 years, had way more success
1,000%
than the Boston Celtics. But that's what the Boston Celtics should have did. But it was kind of like father time was not on their side compared to the Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James.
Yep.
But it's like LeBron saw your formula and literally stole the Krabby Patty formula, went down to Miami, redid it, lost to the Spurs, lost to the Mavs, lost to the Spurs, but he still won 2 and went 4 straight.
Yeah.
And people recognize that big three more than they would with the Celtics big three, where the Celtics big three nationally.
Yeah.
I mean, the Celtics the big threes have existed prior, man.
Right. 100%.
You know,
yeah.
But the Celtics big three of 2008 was the start of the new big three NBA.
100%.
That's what really started this whole trends of like superpower teams.
I agree.
And I'm sure he's upset.
Just seeing Ray Allen is reminding me like of the freaking 3 that he took that helped him win. And I know that's like, oh my God, like this guy was still
Ray Allen posted something. I looked on his Twitter or Instagram, and he's got something at home where in the background it's literally the shot. Like it's that shot with the Miami Heat.
Really?
So that means so much to him. Like
I
told you, it means more because Ray Allen wasn't. I mean, he's not the focal point of the Miami Heat either. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I mean, he was like literally the reason why they won a championship.
100%.
He was the reason why they won a championship. Whereas he was more of just a part of the team when it came to the Boston Celtics.
So his ego got in the way.
Ray Allen's?
Yeah.
I mean, can you blame him? I said selfishness needs to be in the NBA sometimes.
100%. But you got to know that you're not going to win by yourself. Because guess what? You didn't do it by yourself.
Ray Allen didn't play. He played third fiddle here, right?
Right.
Now, he played fourth or fifth fiddle down in Miami, but he was able to move from this team to another team and win another championship and be kind of on his own and win more rings. I mean, at the end of the day, he's got more rings than KG and Pierce.
That hurts. That bothers me. All right, let's switch it up. You want to talk a little bit
Dude,
NFL?
I told you, I don't pay attention to the NBA until the All-Star break, and then boom, we came out here with a bunch of NBA, and we got plenty of it. There's only 22 games left, I think, this season.
Yeah.
I don't like that. So,
how do you feel about that first?
So they talked about this. The NBA is going to start getting porked over left and right because the All-Star game moves back 1 week because of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What's going to happen when the NFL adds another week to the regular season? Now you're going to have to push the All-Star game back another week. I've said this. I preached it. The NBA should focus on summer basketball. So the NBA should start at Christmas. NBA Christmas Day is perfect for tip-off.
As a start-off.
Merry
Christmas, let's go.
Merry Christmas, let's go.
Wow.
Because I like the Christmas uniforms. That starts off the season, right? NBA likes about fashion.
It's about Yeah, we talked about it.
You got your New Year's Day. Then all of a sudden, Valentine's Day is not even halfway through the season yet. So halfway through the season for them should be like, so if it's, let's see, December, January. So it'd be more January, March, April, May. Like the NBA Finals in July is nice. I kind of like that. But I do like a 4th of July type of like game. I don't know how they can work that out.
They can figure it out.
They were saying at this point the All-Star game might end up being like they might do like the last week of the regular season might end up turning into just like the All-Star game is that week, and they take a week off and then go into the playoffs. Or something like that. Because with the NBA, what the good thing is for the All-Star game is like they're not going full force, but they're still trying. Other than like the football, football you can't because of the injuries. I get it. You're not really going to get hurt in the All-Star game.
You know what?
That
might
screwed.
Actually not. They're the stepchild.
I like to see the NBA compete with the NBA. Like, because look at the MLB might not even happen right now, right? They're going to figure it out.
Nuts.
But I feel like the NBA has a better shot at competing with the MLB than they do interfering with the NFL. And if they were like, hey, fuck it. Like, let's start in, like, February.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day starts our season. February 1st.
It's an indoor sport.
Like, you guys have the winter off. Yeah. Because I like them to do, like, outdoor games, like, during the summertime. Like, hey, and then the NBA Finals, put them in September or October or something. Yeah. I mean, you have the weekdays, and you're not going to really interfere too much with the weekends.
And you probably can sell
Saturdays,
more tickets. Kids are on vacation.
Like, how are you going to compete with college football, and then you got regular football going on? So it's tough. Like, there's some maneuver around it. But
I think it's doable, though, because if you think about it, right, the NBA is still growing. And guess what else is growing? The WNBA. They're putting money in that product now. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the production. I'm like, yeah, they see it. They see it. And guess what? Other countries are joining as well.
They should put because WNBA is more of a summer.
Yeah, it's more of a summer. They should just
put the leagues kind of together at the same track and kind of have them going side by side.
Can't hurt.
Because then that could be really all NBA. I'm just saying, like, in the months of, like, the months of, because now it's February, so the months of, and then March is March Madness.
March Madness, yeah.
But the NBA can, it's all together.
They're
it's all
all right.
basketball.
They're all right.
Yeah.
Because March Madness is just, a huge influx of games at specific times.
Yeah.
You can spread out the NBA. It's fine. I think they can work that out.
I just think that they, like the dog days of summer when there's nothing on, and it's just.
I think that should be gone.
But then NBA is nice because it could be a hot summer day. You're out in Boston. It's like, oh, let's go to the game tonight where we're inside in the AC. It feels nice.
We can go to the Brook Casino, something like that.
Yeah, you're wearing t-shirt and shorts. Like, yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Having a few lattes.
They'll change it eventually, I'm sure.
You think
Have
so?
A few lattes, yeah.
I like the idea. I would sponsor that idea. And with that being said, who do you want to talk to make that happen? I might call some friends. You know what? I'll figure something out.
Tweet Adam Silver.
Yeah. He'll be like, he's like, you made fun of my freaking trophy. I'm the one who thought of it. My nephew made it in his class. Since we're talking basketball, I know we're gonna jump here because I wanna get this one conversation out of the way. Who is going to win the NBA championship after you seeing what you saw in the All-Star? Just go right to that one right there, please.
If I had to pick one.
Right now. I know.
Golden State.
Really?
Golden State. I mean, I think with Curry kind of heating up at that right time of you can use that motivation from the All-Star game. That Warriors team looks good. Like the Suns look good. Suns and Warriors probably in the Western Conference Finals. Lakers are done. Like Anthony Davis is out for a month. Like LeBron's just gonna start.
Thank God we didn't get him.
Done.
So happy we didn't get him.
They're done. I just can't think of the top of my head in the Western Conference. I like to see the Mavs, like in Luka himself, kind of go on a little run as well.
John Morant. I want to see them.
A small team too is the New Orleans Pelicans. I think they have a shot.
They picked
as well
up a
too.
couple
They got
pieces.
CJ McCollum over there as well. I think you're gonna see. I think it's going to be Suns and Warriors. I like to see the Warriors get back into the NBA title game.
Okay.
But then when you flip at the flip side of the East, it's a toss-up. But maybe the Boston Celtics. It's really anybody's ball game in the East.
I really wish they picked up a shooter, man. I really like what the Celtics are doing because they're a defensive team.
Devin White.
Okay.
Like him. This
Why?
is what I saw.
Let's talk about. Why do you like Devin? Yes.
Because I don't know who he is. I don't know anybody. Like just like most people, like Devin White. What's this? What are you doing? So what I noticed about Devin White was when they played against Philadelphia,
baller,
and it was going into halftime, and there was 33 seconds left on the clock. He's asking for the ball to be inbounded to him. Give me the ball. He takes the ball, hustles down the court, scores 2 points, and now there's 28 seconds left on the clock. Basketball IQ. The basketball IQ, Cliff. Because he knows, hey, now we have a chance to get the ball back. And score again. And that's exactly what happened. And just that little moment of watching that, I immediately texted GRD. I said, that's I like that. That's what I want to see. I want to see guys that go on the court that have basketball IQ. Because how many times have we seen a guy like Marcus Smart that might have not had the basketball IQ at one time? And you screw something over at the end. You need to have guys like that. And now that I hear that he's a Udoka guy and or Stevens kind of likes him too.
Are you buying in?
They're already I'm buying into him.
Okay.
I am buying into him. We need to see more, obviously more.
Do you think that
small
culture, because it is a culture, do you think that will remain?
Yeah, I don't think they did anything too bad to the Celtics to destroy any sort of chemistry.
Okay.
It's hard at the deadline to make this splashy move and insert guys in and changes the culture. Odell Beckham to the Patriots in the middle of the season. I was against it because you're changing the chemistry entirely. Let those guys kind of play it out. I don't think they did anything that was kind of drastic to the team. I think Enes Freedom kind of ran his course. He got cut right away from the Rockets.
Yeah,
they're already starting to say that he's getting blackballed from the NBA.
I could see it. I'm sorry.
See that too?
It's a business. Sorry, China makes, they're a huge population over there, and they like our sport, they like our game.
And the Boston Celtics and say, we support what you do, but move on.
You got to do it a little quietly.
Yeah. So I think the Celtics got something with them. I like to see what they got. They need to stay healthy. That's it. Stay healthy. Sure. They can compete.
You want to talk a little football?
Yeah, let's do that.
You know what? Let me ask you. You paying him or not? Yes or no?
No.
Oh, my God. We have nobody.
So they're in a bad spot. Usually has Bill Belichick lost a step?
This year will tell us.
Okay, so Bill Belichick usually has somebody ready, next man up mentality. J.C. Jackson was kind of your holdover for the Gilmore situation. You have nobody now behind J.C. Jackson. You don't have a cornerback there. You're put in this spot where it's like you have to tag him and give him $17 million, or you have to pay him $18 million per year to keep him around, and that's not Belichick.
No.
You know, Belichick chess, that 40 chess. I think the checkmate might be on Belichick right now because he's in a spot where it's like, what do you do? JC wants to get paid.
Yeah.
JC deserves to get paid. JC will get the bag. If you're going to pay that much money, Cliff,
Yep.
I want that money on Devontae Adams. I don't want that money on J.C. Jackson. Like, if you're going to do that, Bill, and not spend the money on J.C., put on offense.
Wait a minute.
I'd rather see the defense suffer a little bit if the offense can flourish.
Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all gonna let me finish. Are you saying you want Bill, our coach,
Yes.
to put money on Adams, who's a premier receiver? That means you believe in Mac Jones.
Yes.
100%.
Yes. If you're going to say to us, I'll get 2 bums or I'll draft 2 guys and I'll just figure it out as we go, because Belichick is a defensive guy, but he goes, I need to put that money. If I'm taking that 17 mil,
Okay.
I'm spending it on a premier wide receiver for Mac Jones. Do that. That will erase anything about, well, why didn't you pay JC? Hey, we use that money on Devontae. The money's there. The money's going to go somewhere. Put it on offense. Give him a weapon now.
Okay.
Because I'd rather see them get burnt on a play, and then it's an easy, quick touchdown for like when they're playing defense, right? Oh, shit, we gave up 7 points. Oh, Mac's going out there with Devontae. Though. Oh, they have Kendrick Bourne out there, too. Ooh, they have Jonnu Smith. Ooh, Hunter Henry. You still have your running back. Like, you want an offense that can just score. 2007.
All right.
2007, a team that can go right back down. Because Mac, what he did, look, I know C+, Mac Jones, whatever.
Yep.
I was looking back on some of the old stuff.
It's all right.
Mac Jones, a two-minute offense, pretty good.
You can grow.
Pretty good.
Off season, right?
We just want to see the best out of him. It's constructive criticism.
Like, get over yourself.
Like, seriously.
But hold on. I got to pinch you. Michelle, don't be jealous. I'm gonna pinch this guy. I'm going to pinch my guy. You know why I'm going to pinch my guy? I think my guy's crazy. Why is my guy crazy? We still have $15 million on the books with Aguilar.
Yeah, cut him.
And yet, it's still dead money, $10 million. Ugh.
Yeah, you take an L. Trade him.
Hold on. Here's another thing.
Trade him.
Devontae Adams, they're going to franchise tag him because freaking your boy, Greasy McHenry Rodgers, doesn't know what he wants to do. I think Aaron Rodgers is afraid that they're not going to really be chasing him as much as the media is saying.
So let's spin this backwards into what J.C. Jackson said. J.C. Jackson said he doesn't feel appreciated by the New England Patriots. J.C. Jackson said, oh, they don't want to tag me. Belichick ain't doing anything with money yet until after the combine, until we get closer to free agency. Yeah, the tag, you know, it opened up. I get that. He's not making any move right away. Like, that's the way I look at it. So JC already bitching and moaning about, I guess I'm not important to them. To me, if you're going to act like that, see ya. Bye. Like, you give Bill some time. Let him breathe. It just opened up today. Like, just literally give Bill Belichick some time right now.
Listen.
Bill Belichick was watching lacrosse that day. All right?
Why is he watching
lacrosse
stuff? Why is he watching lacrosse?
His family's more important than you, JC. JC, I get it. You want to get paid.
But I thought the football team was a family, damn it.
No, it is because he obviously has Steve Belichick as the defensive
coordinator. I don't want to go there.
Belichick coming in. I think he's got his daughter coming in as an offensive lines coach. I don't know.
Are we gonna? Let's not go there because we got to talk about that offline because there's a lot. I don't like that at all. There's a lot of things happening, but let's focus on what we think we have an idea of, which is J.C. Jackson will get franchise tagged. Remember I said that. They will tag him. Because, do you know why they can tag him? Because you can also remove the tag. You can play with his value. You can tag him and remove it. Why would you want to remove?
Take the money and spend it on an offensive weapon. Trade Aguilar. Didn't work out. take a crappy pick for him. Just get it off your books.
Dude, you said
That's all you gotta
something.
do.
I think you tweeted or put Juju Smith. I think you have a better chance of doing that.
I like Juju Smith
or
for the
Landry.
money.
Or Landry.
Yeah.
Landry's always getting hurt, though.
Yeah.
And he wants a lot of money, too. But I like Juju.
I just like Juju just for the money.
Me, too. That, more than the money.
I get what Jay, the Pats fan out there, saying
He's
you
a
don't
good
want
player.
another like kind of slot guy.
Yeah.
You need an outside threat. That's why I'm trying to say Devontae Adams. If you want
Yeah.
something else. I don't want Allen Robinson. I don't see like him
Me
as a
neither,
star.
Ever. No.
I want Devontae. Spend the money on Devontae, because guess what? If you don't get Devontae Adams, guess who's going to get him if he leaves Green Bay, right? You don't get franchise.
So who? Who do you think?
The Las Vegas Raiders.
Because he wants to play with his buddy?
Wants to play with his buddy Carr.
Listen.
And Josh McDaniels getting another one up on Bill Belichick.
Will that hurt you? I know it's going to hurt me if that happens.
I'm a closet Raiders fan.
I know, me too.
And,
They have a nice team. They have a nice team. I like their tight end, who's not really a tight end.
So, Cliff,
Yes, sir.
this is going to be a good transition, because I want to say this.
Go ahead.
The Patriots have two interesting games this season,
Who?
both on the road. One of them in Las Vegas against Josh McDaniels as the head coach, and now
Okay.
they're going to Pittsburgh this year, where they have a former coach of the Patriots
You want to
now
go
as
there
a defensive
already?
assistant out there. So there's a little something going on this season with reunions on the road.
Are we going to Vegas?
I hope so. Yeah, oh yeah. When the time comes, we'll get that booked.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna get that booked.
You
We'll
want to
get
talk about
that.
Flores real quick?
Yeah, Brian Flores. I'm just I'm.
Congratulations to him. Let's just first say that, man. I'm happy for
He
him.
deserves it. He deserves to be somewhere.
Yeah. And that's not a bad team.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do you got? You're dancing. You're dancing.
Did you see what I sent you?
What? Hold on. Talk to me.
Wasn't there somebody that posted this in their story post, Cliff?
Hold on. Hold on.
And
Hold
it was
on.
just showing support.
Hold on.
It's all it was is showing support. And the whole point of this story is, as you get whatever you're doing over
Listen.
there, is that there are people and players, people, players.
People?
There are players that are rocking with Brian Flores,
Yep.
that support Brian Flores,
Yep.
and that are defensive players. Are they going to go to Pittsburgh now because they want to play for Brian Flores?
Ooh.
An example of this could be Devin and Jason McCourty, both free agents.
Do you really
both
think?
are on their like this is like they're free agents, but they're both on their probably final year. They're veterans of the NFL.
Okay.
Now, Devin McCourty, you're kind of risking like your ties with the New England Patriots, but I've said this, that Devin McCourty, I feel personally, feels that he's been wronged by the Patriots because of the COVID season. He had
Yep.
to play, and he's
He had to
this
play.
whole sickle cell thing, and
Yep.
then they take his brother away, and then I feel like this past year, Devin McCourty isn't the same Devin McCourty. There's something not there. There's something not there. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Before I answer that question,
Yeah.
what did Bill do to you? Because tonight you've been kind of going at the Patriots. This is
Off-season, Babs. It's just the off-season. I've been going at the Patriots.
I know, but this is hard today.
It's
You-
just, we
you
had
might
to put
have
the
a
reality
point.
in there. I mean, I just
I
feel like
that.
this Patriots team is right now. I mean, it's only February.
Right.
There's a lot to see over the next 2 months.
Yep.
And Belichick isn't in the hot seat yet. That seat's a little warm.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to see what he does in March, and I need to see what he does in April, and then we'll see what you have as a roster.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's, you have your OTAs, your training camp. There's a lot that comes to it.
Yep.
But once you have something on paper that you can mold and you see what you did last year at 10-7, are you taking a step forward or a step back? Right now, with their coaching decisions and what they have, they're taking a step back.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think anybody out there is looking at what they've done so far by adding Joe Judge as the quarterback's coach for Mac Jones. Again, what did I say earlier? What did I say earlier about this, Cliff, weeks ago? I'm a little nervous for Mac Jones because you're going to now get a guy like Joe Judge who shit on Tom Brady at the end of his career and said Tom Brady doesn't have it anymore, and then Tom
Right.
Brady left and won a Super Bowl with Tampa
Right.
Bay, and then the next year threw for the most yards. Like,
Yards.
it's just
Right.
you're going to have that guy as your quarterback's coach.
And we all know Mac Jones is a little sensitive.
And who's your defensive guy? Like, I saw a rumor that Mike Zimmer was in Foxborough, Patriot Place, interviewing or just having some lunch with Belichick. It's like, who's your defensive? Like, who's your coordinators? Who's your coaches? And guess what? Tomorrow could come. Boom, you name them. It's just we're in limbo right now.
We are.
We're in limbo. And I said, when you lose that first game of the playoffs, you have a head start on everybody else. Let's start getting things going, and I really feel that they've wasted an opportunity over the last month to get ahead of a lot of other teams. I feel like they're just sitting back a little too much.
Yeah, way too much, and not for nothing. I think the indecisiveness in making decisions ASAP, right? Because we've always been good in just waiting and waiting. It's just a lot of holes to be waiting, right? People are getting jobs. People are moving on. That's what makes me nervous. I'm not saying they're going to be a bad team. I'm just saying that wouldn't it be nice to have a little bit of consistency at the quarterback position as far as who's mentoring him, who's maturing? We don't want sophomore jinxes here, right?
Unless they think that Mac Jones doesn't need anybody to coach him.
Whoa.
Like if he's that good, but I don't think he looked that good his rookie year to be considering that.
No, I don't think so either. And
who is Mac Jones gonna go to on the sideline week 1?
Tom Brady's coming back to coach him.
Who's Mac Jones going to go on the sideline, and he's sitting down? Who's going to be sitting with him to go over those plays, to go over that offensive series? It's not McDaniels anymore. Is it Joe Judge?
No.
And do you trust Joe Judge to do that?
Did you trust what Joe Judge did in New York?
No.
And he wasn't even on our team. My God. Why are we?
So it's bananas.
It is.
It's bananas, man. And it is plenty of time. You can still fix it. Don't hit the panic button yet. I feel like you've wasted the last month where you could have got ahead over everybody else.
It's all right, though, because, in Bill, we trust.
You still have to until the day he's gone. You have to.
You have no choice.
Because guess what? They went 10-7 last year. And I said this, guys, if the Patriots go 10-7 again this upcoming year, I wouldn't consider that a failure. I think they overachieved the last 2 years straight. I think when they went 7-9, they were more of a 4-win team. I think last year at 10-7, they were more of an 8-win team. Mm-hmm. I think them having 10 wins this year is that sweet spot of where they need to be. I think they just overachieved 2 years in a row.
I agree with that.
It's not bad. It's not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. I think if you went 10-7, I wouldn't freak out. Anything below 10-7 though, it's a failure in my mind.
Yeah.
You can't go 9 wins this year.
Well, with you making
a lot of tough teams this year.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Because again, like you said, it's only February. I'm going to keep saying that to myself. Feel better about myself.
It's only March. It's only April. It's only May. It's going to happen. It's only
oh shit.
It's only OTAs. It's only the first week of training camp. Stidham's outperforming Mac Jones. Oh, it's only training camp.
It's only
I'm just saying,
camp.
I told you so.
Listen, you know what? You're making me depressed. You're making the people depressed. So you know what that said? I want to make everyone laugh. Can we laugh a little bit? I want to laugh.
Dude, her face at the end of this. Yeah, I can't believe what Patrick said about me. You hear what he said about me? It's just, does she not know the camera's always on you at all times?
She knows. She doesn't care.
Do you think Patrick doesn't care? Because Pat Mahomes tried tweeting out afterwards that you guys are making all stuff up and we're not. Because a tweet came out that said supposedly he talked to the brother and talked to the fiance, and they're not supposed to be coming to games next year. They are a huge distraction to him.
Yada,
they're
yada,
his
yada.
downfall.
Let me say this. I personally feel and believe that she is probably beating him up. I think there's domestic violence over there. I truly believe that. Because there's no way in God's green earth, if you believe in God, that is, or whatever higher power, that you would ever want to hang out with someone that looks like this. I know I wouldn't. But again, what is the saying? No. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So who the fuck am I to say that she's not beautiful? I'm just saying she's just not my type of pretty or beautiful or anything for that matter.
I want her to stick around because it's just entertaining. It's funny.
We need it.
It's not our problem.
We need it. I know.
It's not our problem.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
We'll do a GoFundMe to keep her around.
Yeah.
You're being too hard on her, Pat. Relax. Bring your brother back.
I almost feel like if she did not go to any games next year, he might go undefeated.
Oh my God!
He probably
focus?
might be more well liked around the league by everybody if she wasn't around. Just too much negativity comes from that stuff.
She's a little goofy, just a little.
The brother,
goofy.
just the TikTok stuff, man. Just
stay
goofy. Away.
Yeah.
Maybe
Listen
this was
to what
her
Bill
plan
says.
to be well, pay me to stay away. Pay me money.
No, because she's making money. Well, is she still engaged?
I think they're engaged, but they're not married. He has
Prenup.
the baby. There's a baby, but
Yeah. Tom Brady had a baby. He moved on.
All right, if Mahomes moved on from her, no one would feel bad for her,
No.
and everyone would be happy for Pat.
Oh yeah.
No one would look down on Pat for moving on.
No.
Because we're a very judgmental society.
It's the reality of things. I apologize to being shallow at times.
But they're
petty.
no, girl, have you not seen yourself the last 4 years in a row?
Right. Were you not paying attention?
This is long overdue.
And then I'm sure her friend she's like, "Why didn't you tell me?" And then her friend says, "You got us tickets.
Yeah.
We went to all the parties.
Yeah.
What were you, stupid?" Keep it coming. Keep it coming. That's all I care. Keep it coming.
Me content.
Hey, I appreciate it.
I like posting it.
No, I see that and I'm like, oh man, thanks. I had a shitty day.
It's free.
Thank you for that. I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you.
We'll see more of them when Texas Tech goes in the March Madness.
You think they'll still come outside?
No, yeah. He's supporting Texas Tech, so he'll be there.
But will she be there though?
Maybe we'll see.
I don't know.
What else we got tonight?
Let's see. What about this right here? Hold on. Let's get some some support here. Boom.
Yeah, so this was the thing about the Pat Mahomes. Had a sit down.
Yep.
Ultimately concluded with him asking not to attend any games this upcoming season for the brother and fiance. This guy also broke some news about supposedly Tom Brady had some differences with Bruce Arians.
You want to talk about that? Because I do. I have some ideas.
No, go ahead. Floor is yours.
Tom's coming back.
Tom is coming back.
When?
Once Tampa Bay gets a quarterback secured.
And then he says, I'm back.
And now Tampa's like,
cut me. Fuck.
Unless Tampa says we're going with Kyle Trask. But I don't think they're going to do that.
No.
Because they have enough pieces on that team to be like, we
Godwin's
can
coming
still
back. Is Godwin coming back? Or did they give him a 1 year?
No, he's a free agent, so he has to sign.
Ooh.
But they still have Evans.
Ah.
Gronk's a free agent.
Yeah. Okay.
They still have a couple pieces to make something work, but it's you're either gutting. Brady pretty much is saying you're either going to gut this team out where this team's going to be bad without me,
right?
Which he wants because he wants to kind of further. So here you go. Brady leaves the Patriots. The Patriots went 7-9 the next year.
Yep.
Brady wants the Tampa Bay Bucks to go 7-9.
Yeah.
Or 7-10 now. He wants them to be a bad team to just kind of still boost himself up. Be like, I made you guys. You guys went 7-9. I came there, won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The next year, we go to the playoffs. We had a better record, won a division. I left, and you guys went back under 500. Right. I just want to show it was because of me.
It's me.
But now he's forcing them to be like, well, you guys got to get an actual quarterback. And then I'll just come back. You got to trade me. You got to trade me to a team that I want to go to.
Let's do two things. You're the NFL. Are you going to call Tom on the side? Hey, you thinking about coming back?
I'm sure they're asking, and Tom's not going to give an answer.
Okay.
Because he's not going to play. He's
not going to play for anyone.
He's playing poker.
Okay.
He ain't going to show his bluff.
Who are the teams?
San Fran. That's it.
That's it?
That's it. San Fran.
Really?
San Fran's built to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, 100%.
They need a quarterback.
Yeah. Sorry, Jimmy.
They need Tom Brady.
Sorry, Jimmy.
So right now, San Fran's kind of they have to either cut. They can cut Jimmy.
Oh, he's out of here.
Or they can trade him, but they're probably just going to have to cut him.
Yep.
Because no one wants to take on that salary.
Yep.
So they should just cut him.
Yep.
But they have to make sure that, Brady's available for trade. So it's a lot that has to happen. But if you're San Fran,
you're in a beautiful position.
You're San Fran, beautiful position. What you do is you have to wait. It's all timing. You get Brady in a trade. You trade him for 2 first-round picks.
Yep.
You give whatever you can.
Yep.
You sell everything. Because like the LA Rams said, picks don't matter. Fuck those picks.
Right.
San Fran needs to do the same thing.
Yeah.
You get that guy back in there. Tom Brady could be just for 1 year, 2 years, whatever it is. It's probably 1 year.
It's going to be one.
Guess who you're going to get with him?
Yep.
Rob Gronkowski and Kittle.
Yep.
Side by side. 2 tight end set. You got Deebo Samuel. Like they have it all. It's all set up for him to go out there.
We're going to San Fran for a game.
To San Fran.
Yes. I got a place for us to stay.
Let's go.
How far is San Fran from San Diego? It's a flight, right?
Yeah, it's a flight.
Yeah, it's
a flight.
Yeah, we can fly. It's all right.
And it's perfect for Brady to set up his retirement home in California.
Where he was going to go anyway.
Mm-hmm. So it all works out.
It does work out.
But he's just so it's like, why did Brady sign that 1 extra year option? Like, why did you extend that? Why didn't you just keep it to 2 years and be a free agent?
I don't know. What do you think?
Did he screw himself on that? Like, I don't know how the money went. I don't know. I'm sure someone's watching and probably will understand it better than me.
Was it just like an ego thing? Like, see, they still believe in me.
Yeah, maybe I signed an extra year deal or whatever. How the money was given to him in a signing bonus maybe.
I don't know, because I think it was $250, 25.
It was 2 years of $50 million, but then he signed an extension for another. Yeah. And this is where it is right now.
Right. Interesting.
I mean, he's gonna get traded. I mean, it's guaranteed. He's probably did that on purpose to be. I'm guaranteed that money too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's say if it's a free agent, would you give him $25 million right now?
Yes.
Would you give him more than that?
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe
I know what I saw last year.
So maybe it's like an insurance policy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what I'm gonna be.
Bare minimum.
I need at least $25 million.
Yeah, it's a good play.
Yeah.
It's a good play. Okay, so let's keep going with your theory because I like your theory. I was thinking the same. Rodgers. Where does he go? I don't think Pittsburgh's in play anymore.
I think Rodgers retires.
No way.
Yeah, I think Rodgers is done.
That's like Brady retiring.
I think Rodgers cares about being the MVP more than he does winning Super Bowls.
Agreed.
Can Rodgers win an MVP again? Maybe he can, and be a 5 MVPs.
That's cool.
I mean, he's an individual guy.
It's cool.
He's going to the Hall of Fame.
I give it to him. It's not better than Tom.
If Brady plays somehow this season and the trade happens, I retire if I'm Rodgers.
Really?
Because then you get to headline the Hall of Fame now because Brady's playing again. So that year, so he gets to headline that year. I don't know. I feel like I don't know what's gonna happen.
Come on. Rodgers can't fucking retire. That's insane.
I don't think his heart's set in it. Did you saw his Instagram post, right?
Yeah, I seen it.
I don't know if his heart's set. I think it's a goodbye to Green Bay.
Hell yeah, Green Bay, you're out of here.
They're not there.
Like Green Bay, you're
okay.
Not
So then
in
why
the
are they
picture.
gonna tag Devontae Adams? Because they're gonna try to trade him.
Bingo.
The Patriots.
To rebuild.
The Patriots. Jarrett Stidham. Send him Jarrett Stidham.
Nah, we don't want to do that to Jared.
I do. I get tickets when I go to the Green Bay Patriots game.
Can he have a fucking team?
Let Jarrett Stidham.
They're losing their tight end. They're losing a lot of people
everything.
over there.
They're going to be a bad team.
Yeah,
that should be an easy win for the Patriots. That actually was looking at like one of the big games to go to next year.
Yeah.
Because it's Rodgers, and now it's like that game might just be kind of useless unless you want to be a historian of the NFL and want to go out there just for that.
Nah.
Let's move on,
It's
Cliff.
too cold. All right. Super Bowl. How'd you feel about it?
I know it's been a while, right?
It has been a while.
It was a good game. Like, it was, a lot of people didn't like it. It was a good back and forth type of game.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that they let him play for the entire 58 minutes, and then the final 2 minutes was all flags.
Yep.
You were just kind of giving the Rams a shot to win the game.
So the fix was in?
I think the fix was semi in there.
Okay.
Joe Burrow got beat down bad. They need an offensive line around him. He's going to get killed. He's not going to last 10 years in the NFL.
Did you see that last play? Someone tweeted out. They said Chase was wide open. Ramsey fell.
Oh, yeah. Ramsey fell. Chase was wide open. He just needed a little extra time to get it out to him.
Unbelievable.
And I still give Burrow credit for trying to get the ball out.
Do you think that guy's is an asshole for not at least trying to jump out and grab the ball?
Who?
Let the what is it? The running back?
Oh yeah. No, it's too fast motion. We're watching from TV. We're
Frame
watching
to frame. You're right.
We're watching frame to frame. Everything's in full motion, fast speed. You're not. You got to think like we're thinking a different way than the player is wearing a helmet, wearing all that
100%.
equipment.
Yep.
And you're not able to see everything, and we're watching from a different angle. Like you don't know where he's able to see. So I can't.
Football players, I need you guys to call in, send them a DM. That was a brain fart. You know that you're down one. You need to get past this particular line for the one. He ran a flag route. He turned around. Regardless of who was in front of him, your head is to the quarterback. Your head, you're supposed to give the quarterback, hey, if anything happens, regardless of you're not even in that play. Everyone has a play. Brain fart. Brain fart.
Cooper Kupp didn't deserve the MVP.
No. They took Donald's. That's his.
That was his.
He beat up that line for the last 4 plays. Period. He won that Super Bowl on that last play.
Why did they want him to be the MVP?
Who wants a defensive player to be an MVP? That's not cute. That's not pretty. Doesn't fit in line with what's going on in the world. That's what I feel.
Yeah, they want a
what
white.
do you think?
They want a white receiver.
I didn't want to say that.
They want a white receiver.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I'm saying it.
I don't want to be the angry black man.
I'm gonna be the angry white man. Like,
yeah, you hang it out with me.
I don't know. Like, I didn't think Cooper Kupp deserved it because it would have been more impressive if Cooper Kupp caught the game-winning touchdown when it was 4th down,
right?
Instead of getting a free 4-down plays,
that was insane.
And you got a couple chances to score.
Yep.
And he scored on Eli Apple, who was absolutely booty cheeks. Like,
trash.
It didn't seem deserved. Like, Edelman's seemed deserved because it was a 13-3 game
Fingertips.
with 1 rushing touchdown, and Edelman did all the offensive receiving. Like, I mean, Odell got a touchdown off the. I think Odell would have probably won MVP then if he played the full game.
If he played the full game, yeah.
I mean, again, the white man's world, right? Maybe they told Odell you can't go back in the game.
Hey, man.
Just like they told Marshawn Lynch you can't run on the 1. Just saying, hey, I don't know. He didn't deserve it. It should have been Donald. He got pretty much the game-winning game-winning
he won the game.
It's his home.
He took 2 guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
He threw the guy away.
It should have been his. It should have been his.
Yeah, well, the 32 guys are saying no. What can you do?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's move on from that because I
just say a Cooper Kupp wins and he had a great season. They're giving it to him more because of his season.
Yeah.
They're saying, wow, you had such an amazing season. Here's a little added bonus to it. And I don't think that was right.
No. So why?
Because the guy who won it, again, we talked about the Seahawks when he won it, the defensive player. And it's like, what did he do all season? It's just it's what you did in the game.
The game.
And I think Donald deserved it.
It's all right. We'll move on. How you feel about your bets, man? Because we had one here.
National anthem. He went over. He went way over this. I think
you
it was
called it.
51 seconds.
You said it. You're in a national spotlight.
Yeah. So someone was like, "Oh, he's a country singer." It doesn't matter. You're national spotlight. You know people are smashing the over on you. You have to go and you have to drag it out. He did it. Killed it.
Sing your song. Sing your song.
Over. No MVPs on this list, by the way.
No.
Sony
had 2 plays, man.
That's it. But you know what? He's a Super Bowl champion again, 2-time champion. Good for Sony.
Shout out
to Sony. Those were the updated MVPs when we had it.
I see.
I forget how the halftime show went.
I'm all out of order, but it's cool. Go ahead. You're going to say I'm looking at you.
Take that down. Cliff, did you like the halftime show or did you hate the halftime show?
Me, as a 47-year-old man, I enjoyed it. I fucking loved it. Fucking loved it. You know why? Each individual there, each song that you heard was produced by Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre paid $2.4 million for said production. He took a chance because they said the insurance companies were not going to cover regardless of COVID. But he was like, fuck that, it's happening. They brought 50 cents in. I see the memes of him being chunky. He's chunky because he's fucking rich. He's eating well, okay? And he's older. I enjoyed it. Snoop. I love Snoop. I told you would hear Snoop. You would hear Dre. Eminem did his thing. Did he get censored for kneeling down? A lot of things happened. A lot of people didn't really care for it. I know you wanted an Eminem show.
No,
it was not going to be an Eminem show.
I think it was overrated. It's a nostalgia act, Cliff. It was a nostalgia act that brought back memories. But I just think that was too many hands in the pot. There's just too many artists. I'd rather have it focused around 1 or 2. I'd rather have one or 2 of those artists have more of a stretch.
Okay.
Like people calling this a top 5 all-time halftime show.
No.
Now I had to go back and look at some of the halftime shows.
Let's not forget Michael Jackson.
Listen, I ain't saying like Creed is like better, you know what I mean, or Nickelback. Like it's like I thought The Weeknd had a better performance last year than that. I thought that Katy Perry's performance was better. I thought that was cool. J-Lo and Shakira. I thought they were better because I want to be entertained as well too. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was a great nostalgia act. I get it, but it should have been focused around 1 or 2 artists when the others are just featured for a couple seconds. Like it shouldn't have been just one after one after one. It just felt there was too much. We overhyped it. I think we overhyped it as a community, and I think
people overhyped it. I enjoyed it simply because, again, I understand the relevance for it. I think for us, and this is just, again, you're on my train now. I think for hip hop, that shit was dope. Hip hop doesn't get a lot of shit, but hip hop, for whatever reason, gets marketed for everything.
Now, is The Weeknd's hip hop?
No.
What's R&B?
R&B.
So you wouldn't count that. Like,
shout outs to The Weeknd. He's Canadian.
You wouldn't count that for like 2 straight years of having like.
No.
So it would be different.
It's R&B, rhythm and blues. It's not hip hop.
Who's your early pick to do the halftime show next year?
No clue yet, but
who did it? So it was The Weeknd, and then was it J-Lo and
prior
Shakira?
Prior to that when was Bruno Mars and Beyonce?
That was a couple years ago.
Okay,
I'm gonna say mine. I'm gonna have 3 picks.
Okay.
I want Kanye West. I think Kanye West was there.
Young Kanye or old Kanye?
Any Kanye. Kanye.
I like that.
Because it's a show. He's
entertaining.
Kanye. It's a show.
Yeah.
And he was there.
Yeah.
And he pulls people in. He had people going nuts for him.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, it's the NFL. You take a risk on that.
Yep.
People are going to watch for Kanye.
Yep.
Number 2, Post Malone.
I like Post.
Very likable guy.
Yep.
Now, what is he? R&B? Hip-hop? What is he? Country?
I love that you say that.
Because we don't know what he is.
He used to be hip-hop.
But then he doesn't. He's not.
And then
he
converted. He converted. Because he went for the money.
He can tailor to everybody.
And I'm not mad at that.
So that's why it's good to have someone like that.
I agree.
The third one would be like a chick. What's the like? I don't know. It would be probably a girl singer or something like that.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah.
I just had a guy at The Weeknd, and he did this group thing, and maybe they'll do like a female artist.
I think it's gonna be where the climate is.
Yeah, we don't know what it is yet, really.
You know,
you don't know what it is.
The NFL will be like, shit, we need to fulfill this agenda. Boop. This was a complete Rock Nation move.
Yeah. Are they gonna go on tour?
No. Too much money. These people make money, like a lot of money by themselves.
It doesn't work. It's not worth it.
50 Cent is one of the biggest producers right now.
Releasing an album together?
No.
Doing something?
No.
This was a one-off.
This was a one-off. These guys, Snoop just got Death Row. He just bought it.
Yeah.
Owns it. Dr. Dre is a billionaire. 50 Cent is a huge executive producer with stars. Has another movie coming out, Part 2, Den of Thieves. He's killing it right now. I don't know what M's doing. Kendrick Lamar's not just an artist, but he's artistry. And Mary J's on tour. Mm. There's not enough money in the pot for you to pay all of these people.
Mary J was at the All-Star game.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think MJ was there. Was it MJ?
Where?
MJ got a nice little photo with Mary J.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was like, I'll show up for this. All these other photo ops. The hell out of here.
I don't know. I thought, though, it was funny because The Weeknd, when's he coming to Boston? I feel like that concert's been trying to go on for 2 years. It's been going on since the Super Bowl. Like The Weeknd used the Super Bowl as a way to promote his upcoming tour that hasn't happened yet, which is coming soon.
Coming soon. Yeah. and that album is selling out like in billions and billions in streams and everything else. Why? Because it has an 80s sound. Yeah.
It was smart. When I first heard The Weeknd, I thought of Michael Jackson.
Bingo.
That's it. He knew what he was doing.
Of course. Yeah. He's Canadian. Canada. But I'm not going to go through the rest of these songs because we lost. Yeah.
I said Odell Beckham first touchdown. He ended up getting the first touchdown. Didn't bet the first touchdown. I bet Joe Mixon. I got chicken. I got scared.
Why?
I got scared. I psyched myself out, and I bet Joe Mixon.
Believe in yourself. I believe in you.
I said Rams -4. I went with the Bengals.
What the fuck? I believe in you, damn it.
I didn't believe in myself.
All right. We're going to change that.
But I want to say this. You got to believe in this one guy. I got to give him a little shout out. Got to give him some love. I told him I'd do this.
Let's do it.
The gambling god. GAWD. The gambling god. Cliff. March Madness is coming. And I let some people down with these bets recently. I was on a cold streak. I'm not joking with you. The gambling god, followed him on Twitter. We started talking. He actually follows the show. Mm-hmm. Didn't even know that.
Thank you, sir.
His life is dedicated to gambling. His life is dedicated
He's
to following
your new friend.
the trends. He's my new friend because he makes money. He makes money for us.
Okay.
He can make money for you. So, like, the gambling god, I've been tailing him for the last 3 days. NCAA. I have never hit 3 straight parlays in a row. 3 straight parlays. Already up 600 this week. Like, that's how great the gambling god is. And I'm going to tell you this. When March Madness comes, I'm going to get him on here. We're going to talk to him because he's going to give us picks going to that first round, and we're all going to win some money. We're going to use that money. and we'll have a big party for it.
I'm okay with that.
I have to give a lot of shout out to the gambling god. Like I've never seen someone on the hottest of hot streaks right now. You got to ride it. Swear.
Okay. So I'm going to text you tonight when we go home for you to tell me what to. I'm going to bet it. I got $100.
When I get my picks tomorrow from the gambling god, he gives them out around noon.
Okay.
Maybe I'll slide them your way to
Thank
be
you.
nice to you. Can't give out these picks because you got to pay for the picks.
That's
you
it.
Got to pay for them. Might slide them your way.
Just
to show you, just to watch.
Ladies and
Let
gentlemen.
me tell you something. There's people around me that I talked about the gambling god. They didn't believe in him. So here's his picks. Just follow him. Watch him. They all hit.
They're all.
He went back-to-back days. I think he just went 3 straight days in a row, like hitting every single pick. Never seen that before.
They're gambling atheist. I believe in the gambling god.
I'm just a king and he's a god.
Listen, and me, I just want to be the producer to hang out with you guys. So let me know. Wow, we're at an hour and 31 minutes.
I thought this was going to be the short show because I was like, we got to do 60 minutes. But it's because we had two and a half weeks off.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I'm going to jump right to March Madness. Do you have anything?
No.
Me neither.
Not yet.
I don't
there was
know
a triple.
much.
So this is what I like about gambling is that you get to pay attention to what's going on. And this is NCAA time.
I feel like this is becoming a gambling show.
It has to be.
Maybe we should put like don't spend your baby diaper money and house money, but then you can spend.
It's all disclaimer, by the way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So NCAA, it's here. I heard this on the way home last night, Fox Sports. They were talking about there's no marquee matchups anymore for NCAA basketball.
Why is that?
It used to be Duke, UNC. I think it might be the oversaturation of sports. Maybe because I don't know if college basketball has the top tier powerhouses right now. It used to be a lot of history. It also would be timing. Like, the NFL season pushes back. The NBA has to push back. Sports are now overlapping each other. I just think more people are focused on March Madness brackets than the actual games themselves during the year.
This is true.
But when you look at a team, like I looked like Auburn was like number 2 in the nation. I was like, Auburn? Like, they have football.
Is this football?
team?
Yeah.
Providence. Friars are
The Friars
11th,
are back?
11th in the nation.
Nice.
And tonight they went to triple overtime against Xavier, and they somehow won, which is crazy. So you see some of these teams, and you're like, Alabama's in the top 25. Alabama football school's top 25. The one thing I'll be rooting for, I guess, for the NCAA, and they like storylines. There's no real storylines, no storytelling, but you'll get it through March Madness. Is Duke. Coach K, I think this is his final year.
This is it. Yep.
So I think that they're going to get a little extra love and some push.
How's BC doing? Still suck.
They won tonight.
Really?
They're not good, but they won tonight.
All right. Shout out
They
to
won
Rudy.
there.
He works those jobs.
Yeah. So they won. They covered their spread. They won. But
Yo, you're a gambler.
yeah. Well, now you got to pay attention to these lines. You're looking at these different teams, and it's crazy.
Is there an app that you use?
Honestly, I just use the Yahoo Sports app.
And
Just
that's enough?
keep that like in track of
Okay.
like what's going on. But I mean, this was the NCAA. I don't know if you saw what happened with was it Juwan Howard?
Yep, in Michigan. Yep. How do you feel about that?
You got to keep your composure.
100%.
And they put this nail on the head. The NCAA, like, they only had a short amount of time this week. The NBA's over, the All-Star game happens, and you have like 3 days off in between the next NBA game, right?
Media
This
needs
was
something.
this was there's no sports going on, baseball's in a lockout, NFL nothing's happening. These were the 3 days the NCAA needed to like just put their product out there, and
Right.
it flopped.
Yeah.
Like, you have coaches, beating each other up. You got talks about getting rid of the handshake line afterwards, and you got other coaches bitching and moaning about it. It just wasn't a good look for the NCAA. The triple overtime game tonight's a good look.
Yep.
Exciting, especially when we're heading to March Madness. And there's only about 4 games left or 5 games left till the bracket start until they start the selection Saturday or Sunday, whatever it is. So we'll see. We'll pay attention to it. We'll be talking a lot about it when it happens because
100%.
everyone's gonna be on it.
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting, but I want to end this by just saying, why do you think that the nostalgic feel of college basketball has gone away? I'll tell you my opinion. I think kids are graduating or leaving school at a much earlier rate. Before you can even identify with any students, can't build a rapport with anyone.
That's true.
Which is one of the reasons I could never really get into like college sports. What is your thought?
No, I agree. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Because if you can get a guy that starts as a freshman but then really turns it up as a junior or senior, I mean, there's going to be more star power in college basketball.
Yep.
But you can't blame these kids if they have one good year and they want to go straight to the league.
Yeah.
They want to go get their money.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that either.
But I think with the NCAA, hopefully what they're looking at is with the new NIL deals. Is that it? What's called?
Yep.
That maybe more kids might stay. Maybe they'll get better endorsements to stay in college instead
That's
of
dangerous
going right
too.
To NBA as well. Why is that dangerous?
Yeah, you know. Not saying that these professionals are doing things that are not, you know, morally correct by fixing games or maybe not making free throws, but you know. Yeah.
Dude, I feel like you've been seeing so much of that in like this year.
Yeah.
They know.
Like Vegas can't know that much.
No.
Jesus,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I don't get it. Like the gambling god says Arizona State take them plus 14, and then I'm just following along because I want to see like all right, and then the books had them at 13.5.
Yep.
Plus 13.5. So you know if they lose by 14, you lose the bet.
Bet.
But he's saying by the half a point. They lost by 14. So like Vegas wins their money that way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's like the Team LeBron thing. Like they're 5.5 point favorite. They're up like 9 points. They had one shot to end it, and they just kind of let the other team slide in. Like they all know Karl Anthony Towns when he wins the 3-point contest, shouting out, saying to Shaq out loud, saying, "I told you Vegas had bad odds on me." They all know. They're all betting on it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if they're even throwing the 3-point contest and saying, "I'll just throw a couple grand on Karl Anthony Towns."
The hell do I get right?
I'm still getting paid to be here. I don't know.
And that's what makes me nervous about allowing kids to kind of get into that field. You're making these kids grow up a little too early. Earlier than they were supposed to anyway. But that's life, right? That is life. Oh, my God. I'm so happy I was born when I was born. I can get to see the fuckery when I'm older. All right, ladies and gentlemen, do we have anything else? Because I have nothing.
Do you want to tap into final thoughts?
My final thoughts. I do, and I'll ask you this. I'm struggling with a video that I edited. I showed it to my wife, showed it to my brother. It's pertaining to a commercial that I saw this past weekend of, I would say, our defensive coordinator or coach, but I don't know what he is, and that's Gerard Mayo. I was a little confused with that little mayonnaise commercial. I understand the double entendre. I didn't like it. I didn't like it because it felt, I'm going to let my video show it, but it felt thirsty to me. I'm not in this man's pocket, but I also hear and read, as you have, or you do, that these guys don't necessarily get paid very well. So if someone comes to you and says, "Hey, I'm going to pay you this. Are you going to do it? Yes or no?" Again, who am I to judge? I'm very fortunate enough to do what I do to afford me the opportunity to sit here with you and just we're doing our thing. For me to go out and be creative. But seeing Gerard Mayo do these commercials, or this one commercial in a uniform tackling Pete Davidson, I was like, are you really getting that much of a bag? Maybe you should have hit up Kanye to say, "Hey, I'm going to knock this guy out and get a bag." But let me take that back because I don't want us to get canceled, because I know that some people have been making serious death threats at Pete Davidson for Kanye West, which is stupid. So if you're actually doing that, thinking you're going to help Kanye by hurting Pete Davidson, you're an idiot. But I digress. Let's go back to what I was talking about. I just didn't want to see somebody that I actually thought was or is a really good coach or a former player that could be a potential really good coach take this kind of Mickey Mouse type of commercial. And I hate to use these words. It's going to hurt me, but I got to say it because it's Black History Month. But I felt like he was shucking and jiving for mayonnaise. I didn't like that shit.
Sell out. He was kind of begging on Twitter for a little bit, like, "Hey, Hellman," like tagging Hellman's, like, maybe it was the build up to the commercial.
I didn't like it. That's all. You know, I saw his wife. She was on, I think, IG. I follow her. She's doing a video, making sandwiches, tagging Hellmans. Again, we're chasing too, right?
How much is a company like Hellman's paying Gerard Mayo?
Not much.
Like, holy guacamole's paying Dante Hightower to do advertisements. Like, how much are they really paying them? Or another thing, like banners, Sports Tap there on Causeway got Neesmith to do some advertisement.
I saw that.
Them.
I saw that.
And like GRD like shows me the post and only has like 25 comments and like 700 likes. Like, how much you paying that guy for like something like that?
I honestly,
like, it's an easy
bag,
guys, but it's like
I can't see more than 50, simply because I know this for a fact. There's an actor who I can't name, high-profile actor, that was getting $100,000 per day to shoot. That's all I'm going to say. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. But again, who am I to say, dude, really? I'm not in his pocket. It's none of my business. But it hurt. It hurt a little bit. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So, dear Patriots, I hope you saw the commercial. Give him the fucking title already. Pay the man. I don't know. That's all I feel. That's my final thought. I think I'm going to release the little video. It's a little 3.5 minute, little 3.5 minute little rant. That's all.
I don't know if I should say my final thought or not.
No, I sold out. You gotta do it too. We just both came back.
All right, listen. So here's my thing. I know some people are gonna be waiting to watch this, and I'm not gonna say names, and I gotta be kind of careful.
We'll be high level
where I go about this.
Yeah.
But I've seen some things recently, and there's some serious tones to it. But I feel that if you have something where it's an illness, you should not be exploiting an illness for personal gain. That's my opinion, because we're all going to see things differently and perceive things differently, have different perceptions on it. To be jumping on a bed after going to see your favorite sports team because they open the doors for you and kind of throwing it in people's faces, like, look at me and look at everything that I'm given, is a slap into the face of the people that are having the same illness that you have, that are actually severely suffering financially or, physically. And it just hurts me, because when I tie this in, this same person DM'd me back in January, Cliff, and it was kind of like a ha-ha, look at me, I have this. Mm-hmm. And it kind of irked me. Like, whatever. Whatever. And to see where it's progressed now, I'm just like, it's a little too much. You don't know what people are going through, so that's why I'm not totally speaking on it. I'm just saying it more as a vague, open statement. Like, everyone else is watching. Not everyone's going to agree. Like, listen, I'm an attention whore, Cliff. I understand it. I have a fucking cheeseburger on one arm. I have taco fall on my other. I got Super Bowl tattoos here.
Dude, we're here.
I'm sitting in a studio. Like, I'm ranting and raving. I get it. But I'm not an attention whore for the wrong reasons. And some people try to use it and exploit certain things to gain personal things. I hate it. It bothered me because it made me think back about Tyrone Carter in 2018. And he made a Reddit post. He was going through stage 4 colon cancer. And it was a one-off post wearing a Patriots hat saying, hey, I'm going through surgery tomorrow. I'm repping my favorite team. That's it. It took me to do some research to find him through like a friend, through a cousin, and to finally find out who he is, and wanted to get updates. And I asked, can I share this story? And after some talks about it, that he's like, that's fine with me. And it ended up turning into organic growth, mm-hmm. where it got into the hands of the Patriots, and it made Tyrone feel special, wanted, where Tyrone was literally on the last stage of his life and unfortunately passed away after the last regular season game that year in 2018. The Patriots went on to go to win the Super Bowl, and it felt very special and magical, but nothing felt forced. I have messages with him in DMs that it just states, he doesn't want the spotlight, but it really meant something to him to just get a little recognition from a team that he grew up and loved. That's it. That's all he wanted. And I think it made him rest a little bit more peacefully. So when I've lived through that and seen it through someone's eyes like that, and I still get to talk to his mom every few months. It's Facebook. I don't really use Facebook, but I talk to her once in a while, check in, and you still have a connection there. That always will hold a place to my heart with Tyrone Carter, especially because that was kind of the rise of spiking and the Super Bowl run, and everything tied in so well. And I remember, like, I felt like he was looking over me at certain points, like I'm about to go live on TV and whatever. And and then to see this now, and see how the organization's really opening their arms, and it's a publicity stunt. I just feel that, Cliff, that we live in such a world where things are done for PR too much. Example, COVID. A lot of the Patriots stuff that they did was all PR, publicity, business, craft. Like, dude, yeah, let's send our big giant Patriots plane over to China to pick up masks, and like let's send our big Patriots truck down in New York to drop off masks. Like it's just how our world works. It's business.
Right.
So I feel uncomfortable sometimes because you mix real life and reality, and then you mix business PR, and they put it together. This is gonna sound bad, but I'll kind of speak out about it. It's like Best Buddies Association. Like I was fortunate to work with them and still keep up with them and stuff. I don't think the people that work there wouldn't be like upset that I'm vocal like this, but I got to learn, like, they have to pay people like celebrities to be there.
That's right.
Now, if you pay them, you're going to get more money. But that's how the world works. And not the average person would know that, but it opened your eyes. It opened my eyes when I learned that. I was like, wow, like, they have to pay people to be here. And it bothers me. It bothers me how the way the world works. Like, wouldn't you want to just help somebody for the sake of helping them and being a good human being if they're going through something? It doesn't work like that. When I went to that Best Buddies game, at the Tom Brady football game, it was all BMWs, Lexuses, like out in the front. I was like kind of blown away. Like it's just a bunch of people with money, throwing money around, like just trying to use a cause or something like that.
It's a write-off.
Financial.
It's a write-off.
It is. And that's just one example, right? So, I'm not afraid to call out things the way I see it. Even if I'm wrong, you can say I'm wrong. It's just the way I perceive it, man. Like, it's just the way I have my perception on it. So I saw this instant, and people are probably going to know what I'm talking about. And it feels wrong. It feels completely wrong. I think you just need to take a step back and look at it and think about other people that are going through the same situation.
Right.
Would they be doing the same thing?
There's a lot of celebration going on with that particular story there.
Too much. It's just too much that I was taking a step back and be like, ooh, like that's, ooh, like, I don't know. It disgusts me. And I know that there are some people out there, and I've said this privately to certain people, and they kind of crapped on me and said, like, you don't know what you're talking about. And then I show them a DM that I had, and they're like, oh, maybe you are right. Like, maybe there is something there. So I was like, yeah. I'm not here to publicly blast anybody, but I am trying to use this as a little vent session and understand where I see things sometimes.
I get it.
I'm not going to see everything.
I'm not mad at that. I completely.
I had this all written out, and Cliff was right beforehand. I was like, I don't know if I want to talk about it. I need to be very careful how I talk about it. I'm not here to like get canceled. I just want my 2 cents on it. It's not to rain on someone's parade, but it's just, there are people being duped.
Yeah. And I think sometimes the people that you're saying that are being duped know that it is, but it fits in line with what they need for the moment to get a little checkbox.
100,000.
My and I'll say it freely, my father and I, we have a nonprofit organization. We've tried to work with so many people, and when we've learned what nonprofit organizations can do for rich people, it's pretty disgusting. Like, people use it. It's a tool. It's literally a tool to make more money. This is why when I donate to people or any charities, I like it for it to be local. I want to make sure that, the majority of the money is not going to admin fees or someone's pocket, but it's actually helping the person in need. It's sad. This is the world in which we live in. This is America. But I think what we did just now tonight, we did it professionally. We voiced our opinion, and we'll leave it as that. If anybody's interested, feel free to just open your eyes a little more and dig a little more. Just dig. It's not hard.
You know what I've been wanting to do? So I always think that in terms of charity, something that I got to do is, I went to Central Catholic High School. So one of their things was community service is like you have to do 24 hours before you graduate. I was in the Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts growing up. I never got my Eagle Scout. I kind of quit after a while. Mm-hmm. But growing up, I did a lot of activity in the community. I miss doing beach cleanup. I kind of want to do something. I've been trying to set that up for like 3 years, and maybe we can try to do something. Like, that's giving back to your community. Just like things like that. Like, it doesn't have to be money. Like, right. it can be
the
something with a little of your time like that.
Yep.
And I like to do something like that. I always feel, too, like with me and what I do, I'm very fortunate to be sitting right now and like thinking back on a lot of stuff I've done. I mean, this like last 2 weeks, like I did like some reflecting because of my kids and stuff. I had a situation with that. Mm-hmm. I know we didn't get into it tonight. It's fine, but it's I'm fortunate. I've done a lot of stupid stuff, but I've done a lot of fun stuff. I done a lot of stuff I'm proud of. I've done a lot of stuff I'm not proud of, but I'm fortunate to still be sitting here and moving along. And I know we have some things coming up soon, hopefully, knock on wood. But anytime, I always said this, that if I'm up here, I want someone else riding with me too, mm-hmm. whether it's the community of you guys, whether it's the time that I can give back to somebody. I remember working with Jake Santos and Teddy's team, and I just watch him do his own thing now. It's awesome. Like, it's amazing. I don't need to be there. Like, it's cool, but I want to find the next thing, like to be there to help you and put you out there and just, hey, ride off and just follow that. So I don't know. I just use your time, man. Like, use your time out there. Help others like that. I don't know. A lot of stuff been bothering me lately, Cliff.
It's growth, brother. It's growth.
It's growth. A lot of maturing. Oh.
The babies do that, bro. Because you know why?
Can you believe somebody said that my girls suck dick? Like, can you believe that stuff? Listen, it's kids trying to be funny and woke. And
it's not funny.
It's not funny.
At all.
It's not funny. You won't know that until you have kids.
Right. But you know what, though? I want to take that back. No. Even if you don't have kids, it's not funny.
It's not funny.
Listen to what you just said.
And here's the thing. We will fucking find you. Like, and that's what we did. Yeah. And what happened was, through some detective work, we took
pretty easy.
Listen, this is how it's done. I'll tell you how the investigation work gets done. Kid says that message to me. What do? Instead of just deleting it, I like to post messages because nothing's private, right?
Yeah.
Post it on the story. Someone's going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Someone messages me. FYI, you can see who that kid follows. That's on that account, 73 followers.
Bing.
All the people they follow, Quincy High. Oh, they follow the hockey team. 3 different things. Is there a guy named Jack on the team? You find a kid named Jack on the team. You find his Instagram. It gets put out there. That kid instantly messaged me. I ignore it. I let it sit. Someone's going to squeal on somebody. All of a sudden, it turned into 5 kids running that account, and they're all squealing on each other.
Yep.
And they all deleted their Instagrams.
Yep.
Because they all made one fake burner Instagram. One of them was being funny. Just because one person owns it doesn't mean he said it. Someone else could have said it, and I get it.
Yep.
But you got caught. That's it. You got caught, and it's the public shame. That's what you're going through right there. There's no doxing involved. People always say you're doxing people. You want to come at me and take a shot at me, I'm going to put your information out there. I don't care. I really don't care. So that's the way I thought of that. I went and I was kind of pissed through those few days. Like, I like to be on there and have fun. I like to show my kids. Like, we're going to Disney on Ice. We're going there tomorrow. Like, we're going to have a fun-ass time. Like, I thought showing my kids more often, I got to be closer with a lot of moms out there and dads. Like, you know, they like to see the growth of Babs. Like, they want to see, like, what's going on. So
See what
I'm
you
not
just
afraid to hide them from the world.
But you see what you just said there, the growth of dad. So that means there's grown-ups that you're dealing with. You're dealing with scum. So at the end of the day, you know, enjoy that. Enjoy that. Good luck with what you become or whatever it is that you made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, again.
I don't let these kids get bothered me, but it was fun to, like, post it.
Yeah.
It had the most views in my story ever. Like,
you know what's crazy?
I've never had that much traction before.
What
like,
you just said literally happens on, I don't know if you've heard of the show First 48, like those murder shows.
Yeah.
People just snitch on each other.
Yeah, that's what happened. They're all pointing fingers. And it was actually good. You see a lot of outcry, a lot of people saying, like, you know, I'm sorry you're going through this, whatever. A lot of support. A couple people wrote out and said, I showed this to my kids. Like, don't, you better not be doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, this could be you. Like, to be smart on the internet, or others saying, like, I'm worried, like, this would ever happen to me, like, and thank you for at least posting it and, like, kind of trying to track things down. Like, just, there's got to be a held accountability, man.
It's the conversations that people don't want to necessarily have until it happens on a major scale, and then you have that conversation, and then people forget. So, luckily, you know, unfortunately, it happened. We are here to do it all.
We're here to do it all.
We're not just a sports talk podcast.
I don't hide from anything.
Listen,
I just told you at the beginning of the show I pooped my pants.
You sure did. You shithead.
All right, we got to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know who we are. We'll see you, what, maybe next week? Maybe not?
Next
of course
week,
we'll see
a couple days.
We do have a couple days. We got a lot of things to do. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We appreciate you. We are the Boston Power Hour, and we are out of here. Peace.